We've got to be live now, right? We're live? Okay. I didn't have a stream coming soon. That's my bad. I didn't even think about it. I'm dog tired. I am dog tired tonight, and I know you are too, Jack.
Yep.
So, where are we? I worked on Necropolis a little bit over the weekend, and we're going to be picking this up tonight. But before we do, I want to give you, my Patreon subscribers, and my Twitch subscribers, huge amount of love. Thank you so, so, so much. I have several boxes behind me of new camera equipment, and you helped make that reality. So thank you. Huge love. Let's get into Necropolis. I'm actually really close on this one now. I'm kind of excited. I know I still have a half level or a third level still to do, but I mean, look at this. I got this room done this weekend. I got, like, well, those rooms I've already had done. This is all done. These are all done. All of these rooms are done. These rooms are done. This section done. I've got 2 statues to add to this area right here. Got all of these done. I got those doors colored correctly to match the descriptions. I think I only have, apart from those 2 statues, I think I only have 1 room to do. And that's what I'm going to work on tonight. I literally think I just have 1 room to do.
Nice.
That went quicker than I thought. Hey, Alex Vixen, thank you so much. You are an awesome, awesome, awesome person. Thank you. You are a great, great, great moderator of this channel. I don't think I can possibly express just how fantastic you are and how appreciative I am to have you. I'm going to call it as part of Team Faden. Thank you. And GL, welcome. I don't have music playing tonight, folks. I'm relying upon the great conversation between Jack and I and us and you to fill the sound voids. I could play music, I just wasn't sure if it would drown everything out.
Even though we're both dog tired, let's have this lively conversation.
Jack, over to you. Fill the void.
Filling the void. Well, a new. Yesterday was the Superb Owl event, where the 2 teams play against each other. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Superb Owl.
Yes? Superb Owl.
Yes, Superb Owl. I think that's what it's called. And the Superb Owl event is also notorious for having like trailers and commercials and blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the commercials, but trailers I'm always intrigued by because I like movies.
Oh, hold on a minute.
What?
Hold on. The
What?
Super Bowl.
Superb Owl, I think it's pronounced.
All
right. Yeah, I think it was created by worshippers of Athena back in ancient Greece.
It took me a moment.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Okay, so what did the Superb Owl have to say?
Well, I didn't get a. It sounded like it was kind of like a non-event, but the biggest thing that came out of it was the new Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer. And it looks good, and it comes out March 19th. You know, that's when the first episode drops. So.
Oh, I saw people talking about that. Yeah, the trailer. I haven't watched it yet. What was it? Someone said there were vibes of Starsky and Hutch.
I could see that. It's definitely going to be. I saw someone today be like, so is this going to be like a Lethal Weapon? You know, akin to like Lethal Weapon series kind of a thing, because it's, the 2 partners that are kind of at odds with each other, but they're, because they're frenemies. The only thing that was really holding them together originally was Cap, but now Cap's no longer in the picture, so it's just the 2 of them. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. It's kind of unclear, kind of like who they're working with or who they're working for, but they're trying to figure out kind of how their skills and styles of doing things match up, and so it looks like it's going to be fun. It seems like the bad guy is going to be it's the return of Zemo from Civil War. So yeah, I think it should be a lot of fun. I think WandaVision will have wrapped up by the time it starts, and I think they did that intentionally. So, like maybe with a couple weeks break in between. But I think it'll be really good. Ooh, what is this you're doing?
Well, I had the wonderful Keelan draw 9 statues for me over the weekend. And when I tried to drag it in here, it kind of did a little bit of a funny. So I am going to do an open. And I'm going to show you what work he did. But...
Ooh, don't show how your things go. Oh my god, files!
he kind of dragged some project details into this. Which is really... You know, I'm tempted just to show you. Look at this. Look at what he did. I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit. Like, he's put his own little, like, the deadline in here, and, like, what type of work that he's doing, and the size, and he's kind of signed it, and he's got, like, all of the ones that I needed to have done. This is kind of cute, how he's done this.
Nice. I like that his artist handle is wonky, and he signs his work wonk. I love that.
Yeah.
I really dig it. He's a good dude. He's a good artist. I enjoy his work.
He's a great little artist. He's actually a fantastic little artist. So yeah, I asked him if he wanted to draw these. Obviously, it was a paid gig, and he did. He was like super jazzed about it. So I'm gonna actually use his little statues, and we're gonna color them tonight. I'm gonna drop them in the correct places, and he's actually done little plinths too, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I'm gonna grab this right now.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what all of this is, so I guess he's got some basic statue. I don't know what all of that is. Oh, okay.
A little bit of bait, like a little bit of coloring if you wanted.
Oh, here's the okay. Yeah.
His red pencil work. Okay.
Okay, basic statue base. Oh, might as well keep that on there. And red cross. Don't know what that is. But yeah, this is cool. I'm going to take these right now. And Alex Vixen says, is that pillar supposed to have no blue glow? Well, wait, go away. Come over here.
And I did see that.
Oh, there is one without a blue glow. No is the answer to that.
Well spotted. Alex Vixen's got eyes like an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Whoosh! The magnificent Pex appears.
Pex, I thought you'd be doing the frog chat tonight. So, how did I screw this up? How did I screw this up, and what do I do about it? Well, we'll just have to do another one.
Pex clarifies, he says he's got 30 minutes, so he's all yours until then. Alex Vixen says, bouncer sense was tingling. Something was wrong. That's how she snagged it.
I totally missed that. I don't know how. Whoa. What the heck?
Oh, well.
Say what? You know what? Okay, let's try this a different... Oh, no. Hold on. Very, very strange. What the hell? So let's try this again. And that's better. Okay. Wow, it is too bloody quiet. It is too quiet. Hold on, I'm going to have to put the music on in the background here. If this is going to be the way of things.
Yeah, because normally you run with the... And it is nice, chill, music to have in the background. So, I don't think it's disruptive in any way. But it's a nice, soothing little thing. I'm actually just watching you do your glow. It's so... And that's actually kind of mesmerizing. You just, moving your stuff around and getting it going. I like it.
There we go. That's just softly going in the background now.
Let's see.
I actually got the correct hex color too to match the room's description on this.
Nice.
Let's actually... Whoa. She is just pressing all types of buttons tonight. Select, modify, feather. We'll do that. I think I put some opacity on these. I think that's part of the problem, but we will see. Let's see if I can get away with this. Oh, where the hell did that come from? What is that? Like, what is that?
Oh, interesting.
What is that?
Yeah, it's almost like part of the decoration in the in-between zones got snagged.
Let's try this again. Oh, and I got some on the other side too. What the heck?
Which is funny because that wasn't there a second ago.
No, right?
You're picking up bits all over the place.
All right.
Alex Vixen says, I'm kind of imagining a GM's little helper going through the dungeon, looking at that non-glowing pillar, opening a little panel, flicking a switch several times, goes, we need a new bulb for number 4, now a blue one. The benevolent red ones go in the west chambers.
And this one is a little brighter than the other one, so you got the wrong bloody wattage. Alright, let's do this. Let's grab all of these guys over here and let's bring them across.
Is that the chamber all the statues go in?
Yep.
Cool.
And we're gonna line them up. Don't know quite the best way of doing this, but we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do that. I think I could probably go a little bit smaller. Okay. In fact, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's get them in position and then I'll colour them. Where's a good, like, there's no room on this map. God damn it. Okay, let's just put them here. Hello, gentlemanly thoughts, and how are you, sir? This fine, feckled evening.
Yes.
Yes. We're doing, basically the last room of this level of the dungeon. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
We're doing great. We're doing great. I actually, we were partying hard in a geek-like way over the weekend, playing like a co-op game with friends on Saturday, drinking a little bit too much, watching films, watching shows. Yesterday, met with Pax, did the actual, worked on Necropolis, then more gaming, then more shows and films, and Jack and I are a little tired now. But
we had a cramming a whole days of work today. You know, first thing in the morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed-ish, and then working hard all day, so a bit knackered, bit tuckered out.
Alright, A, B, C, D. I'm gonna, I think, do little sketches or numbering here. And I think we'll do it on the mark level. Alright, so we've got...
Gentlemanly Thought says, already almost done? Feels like you just started this map a few days ago, but then had the little lol face. Lols.
Now we do still have half a level or a third level to do, and then the side view. But I'm hoping, now that we've kind of got our styles and everything dialed in, I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. But I honestly don't know what we're dealing with. I guess we're gonna find out. EF. Where's my G? GHI. Okay.
Yeah, it does look really good. Huh. Pex was passing us some coffee, and Alex intercepted it.
Oh, sadness. Okay, so A is raw, B is riot, or rate, riot. Then we got Hathor, yeah, or none of the numbers have changed. Okay.
Am I on the bridge of the Sulaco? Oh no, I am in, I believe it is the command center on the Rebel base on Yavin 4. I think that's where it is from Star Wars. I think that's where it is because of the stonework with the vines coming through. I think because it's either that or it is the command center that they had in The Force Awakens. I forget what the hell planet that was called. Pex asks, has Jack, have I ever been drawn into a map that you've done?
No. There you go, easy answer.
At least not that she's willing to say now that I'm on the stream.
I'm not even sure though, I mean, what I would draw for you. Like, what would be the Easter egg for Jack? What would be the Easter egg for Jack, everyone?
Lightsaber handle in a pile of loot.
E is Menthu Sekhmet right there, okay. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of resizing on some of these.
Yeah, Kodo Ken. Yeah, exactly. I think it's the base from Force Awakens. I'm actually trying to look it up right now.
Well, wait a minute. That doesn't work. Oh, this side is all cramped up. I hate the way this scenario does that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh well, I'll just put them. I'll put them here for now. Then G is Shu. Chepri, Meruit.
Alex suggested it and Pex seconded it, but apparently a laser disc in a treasure pile somewhere.
What? That would be you.
That would be that would be the Jack Easter egg. And yes, to confirm, this picture behind me is indeed the Resistance base on Dakar from The Force Awakens.
That's weird. Definitely, we've got some green in here. Damn it.
Maybe some residual color. Thanks.
Alright. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it. I've got to color it anyway. Hey, Ako Dokin.
Kodoken.
Help.
I think it's a Kodoken.
I'm not even gonna bother. I can't do it.
If that pronunciation is wrong, let us know.
It's my
version. My version, not your version.
Yeah, you know mine's wrong.
So, if you are indeed done with this level of Necropolis this evening, are you just gonna roll right into the next floor?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But I'm not sure how much we'll actually have time-wise to spare, because I got a funny feeling that I'm gonna leave it like that. I've got a funny feeling that we won't have that much time. By the time I've actually got all 9 statues positioned and we've coloured them, and I've done like a little bit of cobwebs and that type of stuff. Oh, and this I should hasten to add. There's plenty of wall colouring here that's not done, but I'm probably gonna do that off camera. Like this area up here. That's how I want my walls to end up, but most of these walls aren't that way. So I've got a lot of wall colouring to do as well. But,
gotcha.
So
gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll just sort of see how we're tracking for time later on. I've lost my room. There we go.
Kodoken clarifying, yes, it's a Kodoken from the Legend of the Five Rings. I'm not familiar with the character. I know the system, I know the world setting, and I know the Akodo family are Lion Clan. I know that, but I'm not familiar with the specific character of Akodo Ken. So, but cool though. That's cool. Obviously, someone you connected with in some way. Oh, Mark's here. He says those statues also get copied into the turquoise room.
The turquoise room? What now? What turquoise room? Is that on the next map?
The room with the blue glowing columns.
Oh, really? Really? I don't remember reading anything about that. But good to know. God, I did that room yesterday. I do not remember reading that.
Interestingly enough, there are letters in there that have A through I, just like the room you're working on, A through I.
Back section of Area 12. Oh. Is it here? 9 man-sized figures of black onyx. Oh, black. I hate colouring black. Stand along the walls, location OA through. Okay. In between the statues. The pillars. Okay. I completely miss that somehow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, Mark, because I was about to go, I'm done. So, Mark, a question for you then is, are these also coloured in like a dark black? I guess, you know, are they the same colouring or are they different colouring between the two rooms? Oh, that was a mistake. Let's not do that. And it's good to have you here, my friend.
Kodokin says, I'm not familiar with this dungeon, but it looks like it'd be a lot of fun to run or crawl through. I know, right?
Especially with the rewriting that Mark's been doing. Without a doubt. I kind of want to play it myself, I've got to be honest. And that was one thing that it dawned on me, actually, with the Gaxmore map. And there's been a lot of talk about that, obviously, because it got released fairly recently. And it dawned on me that I know the descriptions of a lot of locations. I actually don't read a lot of the monster blocks and the encounter details. So it's like, I feel like I could play in this game and actually not know as much as you think that I might. Well, Mark, the room 12, they're described as black onyx. And I kind of want to do a little bit of colour on these, but I could colour them black onyx. But I kind of want these to be colourful and the other room to be black onyx. I don't think the actual text of this room, oh damn it, specifies.
He says we could color the ones in this room and then have the ones in the turquoise room be black.
All right.
If it isn't too hard to do both, he says.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna position him there. There. It's really nice. It's really good. Alright, let's grab this one. Actually position these statues above the wall colouring. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Oh, that's too close to that. There. Oh, this guy's got to come down.
You got to admit, I mean, I know that obviously that there's a lot of things in here that are Egyptian inspired or whatever, but I do like that type of theme in RPG crawls, in dungeon crawls. I do like pharaohs and mummies and statues to Egyptian gods and scarab swarms and all that kind of stuff. I do dig, and undead throughout. I dig that style, that theme of dungeon crawl. I haven't done very many dungeon crawls in my life. All of my role playing has typically been in stuff that's been like grand campaigns, things that are going to last quite a long time. I've never been having a series of dungeon crawls ever.
What is a dungeon crawl to you, Jack?
A dungeon crawl I see as kind of like a we'll see, and that's the thing. I mean, I guess because of certain worlds that are like persistent worlds, like I know Frog Gods have. I mean, this would be a dungeon, if it is like an old school dungeon where you'd kind of like what you guys were talking about, you and Mark were talking about when he was on the stream, was dungeons where you'd come in, you churn through it a little bit, and then you go back to town and rest up. For me, it was always all right, Pex.
See you,
have
Pex.
a good one. We'll touch base with you later. Yeah, maybe we'll drop by. but like, you know, in my head, the dungeon crawls were always like typically like one-offs. Like you weren't supposed to survive it, or you were just supposed to, you know, go in and get the loot and kind of come out. And then they were never like, you know, you had, there was no overarching story. The dungeon wasn't connected to anything in any way. And the character that you used for it, you know, was almost like a disposable adventurer. Like somebody that, you know, if he died, well, that sucks. But if he lived, cool, you got the loot, and then you just kind of file him away until the next time you play a one-off dungeon. You know, almost like a convention dungeon, you know, that type of thing. Fail Squad Games TV. Alyssa, this map is the biz.
Hey, thank you, Fail Squad TV. Fail Squad Games TV. Very much appreciated. This is shaping up to be something kind of nice. I'm happy with it. And if Frogs are anything to go by, they will release this on VTT. Because I know they did that with Teagle. So you'll be able to get in and all of these lovely, lovely details.
Nice.
So what are we dealing with here? A, B, C. Alright, so A, B, C.
There's no...
I don't know which way these guys are facing. Into the room, you think? Like maybe in and then like I don't know. Mark, any particular opinion on which direction these guys are facing? Into the room, perhaps? I'll just get them dropped in for now. A, B, C. Otherwise, I'll just make a decision. But I'm thinking into the room would be kind of cool. Or towards the entrance, maybe. A, B, C. D,
He says
E,
it's like
F.
facing into the room or toward the entrance. So you guys are in line. You guys are in line. Yeah, see, I guess there you go, Alex. You know, Alex is doing a scenario with like a dungeon crawl type thing. You know, a mayor asks you to investigate the local cave as some villagers spotted some monsters near it. Okay, I can see that, almost like side questy. You know, while this is the episode in the season that has nothing to do with the overarching plot.
E, F, G, H, I. Okay. G.
All right, Akoto Ken saying he's got to bounce.
Right.
Keep up the good work. He says, keep up the good work, Alyssa.
See you, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in. There. I'm not going to get sidetracked by this room just yet. But we got our guys in there, so we can come back to that. There we go. Yeah, we'll come back to that. I had no idea. I'm glad Mark actually dropped in because I had zero idea. I completely missed that part of the room description. My bad. And these statues too, they all have like little plinths in front of them with like a jar and that type of shit. So, but I'm going to get the statues done first and then we'll do the little plinths and things.
Cool. Very cool.
Alright. Let's do the plinths first.
So, Alyssa, how do you see dungeon crawls or, you know, that type of thing? How do you view them, or how do you see them?
I'm not sure, actually. Oh, hold on a sec. Am I colouring on top of something that I shouldn't be? No. No. Oh, I am. I'm a dope. It needs to be down here. I'm not sure because I might have played some dungeon crawls, but much earlier on. So I'm not sure I've ever really sat and looked for what the definition of a dungeon crawl is. I've got to be honest with you.
Lord Dahlia says, a dungeon crawl is often a complex that houses a vital dingus your group needs to recover.
But isn't that like a lot of quests fall into that sort of categorization?
Right. Yeah, and I think he follows up by saying, so it can be that way, and it, to be an object is a part of the quest, right? So, I guess if that's what it seems to be like, the local lord is, he needs to recover the ancient tablet that's in the nearby, lost crypt, or what have you. You gotta go.
But then in Skyrim, when the shopkeeper wants you to go to the first dungeon to get that first dragon claw, is that a dungeon crawl?
I guess it would be. I guess I was too narrow-minded in thinking of what the definition of a dungeon crawl would be. I guess because I'm so used to the lethal, very quick gameplay style that, like, you see at conventions, or you see, like, Necropolis or Tomb of Horrors or Crypt of the Science Wizard, these dungeons that are designed to just be brutal and punishing to the players. Those ones almost seem to be the anomaly. Those ones seem to be this is an endurance test for a short period of time to see how far you can get.
So is Crypt of the Science Wizard a dungeon crawl?
I would call that a dungeon crawl, but it's one of those ones where
even though we weren't there to actually get anything.
Well, and I think that's the thing. Well, okay, and again, this is what I was saying. I was saying that my narrow-mindedness was in that camp of you're not there to actually get something. But by Dalius's explanation of a complex that houses the vital dingus you need to go and recover, and then you bringing up the Skyrim, that broadened up my mind, as I said. And
no, I'm not challenging you. I'm kind of just like probing at the definition. If there's a dingus that you have to get, okay, I get that, but then that would mean that Crypt of the Science Wizard isn't a dungeon crawl.
I don't know. I guess there's probably multiple versions of it. Lloyd says, I always thought of a dungeon crawl as multiple sessions in a dungeon. Okay.
Okay, so as long as you're in the dungeon for a period of time, it starts to become a dungeon crawl.
So your Hellhound Caves would be a dungeon crawl.
Hellhound Caves would become, a dungeon crawl by that definition.
Okay.
And Alex Vixen had a long response.
Let's see. Looks like she's telling of a time that she ran some things. So let's see. I did 3 dungeon crawls in a row with an old party. And one of my players, the cleric, asks why they were doing all these side quests instead of following the main plot line. I asked if she was asking in or out of character, and she answered both. So I had her deity visit her in a dream saying, your troop of heroes is not quite ready to face this ancient evil. Be patient. And then I passed her a note that said, you need more XP or you'll die. There you go. That works. Sometimes they could be, XP and treasure boosters. And then Lord Dahlia says, I think big underground complexes are part of it. It could be a cave underground, abandoned castle, carved out tomb, of a city inside a mountain. Dungeon crawls is kind of a style of play and also a place. I think that's actually a good point. I definitely think that a dungeon crawl in the context of a campaign is very much like in what you're saying, and then like what Alex Vixen is talking about, how it can be used for getting the player some XP or getting them some treasure. But at the same time, you could also say the same definition not the same definition, but a different definition of a dungeon crawl is those brutal endurance test style one-offs like Tomb of Horrors, Crypt of the Science Wizard.
So Expedition to the Barrier Peaks dungeon crawl. Yes,
like that, exactly. And that one would be, because I don't see someone inserting that into like an overarching campaign, right? I mean, that would seem kind of like odd. No one's just throwing that right straight in the middle of it. I mean, I guess you could if you found a way to work it in. Okay, Mark says, classically, a dungeon crawl is a large multi-level complex of levels below the earth with some caverns, some constructed. There's an entire ecology in place, and in the earliest versions, there was a power in the depths somewhere that controlled the complex. Think of the dungeons below Greyhawk Castle, Ernie's Hobby Shop Dungeon, Frank Metzer's Lich Dungeon. The point is, you go in, adventure for a bit, leave and heal, then go back, then leave, wash, rinse, repeat.
Hence the multi-session thing that was being mentioned earlier.
Right. Lloyd says 90% of his capes in my early teens started with an old drunk adventure in the corner of the tavern is carrying on about a dungeon just outside of town. One drunk old guy let us summon into so many 8+ levels of dungeon. That's always how it is, right? Do you want to know how I lost my eye? I'll tell you. The traps in that place. I took an arrow to the knee. Yeah, that's why I don't adventure anymore. Exactly. Yeah, because that's actually a good point. If you are doing like a big, if you're trying to do a big campaign style game, with some big bad at the end, you've got to have those, almost like you have to have those side missions. You have to have a little bit of, because if everything you do is like, or if you create your adventure so it's like everything feels super urgent. The players are like, it'll be like a town will be like, help, the children of the town have gone missing, and we've been seeing spirits to the old crypt outside of town. Players are going to be going, does this have anything to do with the main bad guy plot we're doing? No? All right, sorry guys, we got end of the world stuff going on. We don't have time. So it's like trying to find a balance of like, no, this isn't supposed to be the side adventure that you can gain some XP and maybe some loot and go have fun. Lord Delius, I thought the bone tube contained a scroll, but when I pressed my eye into it to take a look, I found out it was rot grub. Tumor rot grub to the eye.
No, that's my key.
Oh, God. I always remember the first time flipping to that page in the monster manual, the guy's going, and all the rot grub are in his arms. I was like, oh, that is so, I mean, look, I'm actually getting goosebumps. Oh, good Lord, it's so gross. Bugs and stuff, I'm out. I know you like in games, I know you like, fungi and weird, creepy shit like that, but oh no, I'm out.
I was always a little sad when they changed him from being a monster to a hazard.
Yeah. And Lloyd says, was it a Barrier Peaks that had the side quest of hunting griffins? Actually, I don't know. I've actually never played it.
And it's been, don't look at me. It has been a long time since I played that game.
Yeah, and you have to burn the grubs out. Ooh. Take a jump in some acid. Welcome to the Northernlands. Nice. I never played in anybody's campaign that like, and I know you like, oozes and undead obviously is a staple, and I love that you like running with undead stuff, but like oozes and like things like, gelatinous cube or green slime or, black puddings. I've never been in a lot of campaigns that had that kind of stuff. It was always kind of made me sad because I always read about them and be like, oh, these are so nasty and lethal. And nobody's game I ever played in introduced them. I was always like, oh.
Really? Not even me?
Well, you did some. You did a little bit. Like I think I remember you doing green slime at one point. And I don't know if you did a black pudding or not.
I'm not sure I've ever done a black pudding. Not recently.
I'm trying to remember. I thought there was another one that you did, but they weren't very prominent. No, you were the campaigns that you've run that I've been part of. You were way more into either the undead or fungi. You know, cloud spores and shriekers and that kind of stuff.
In one of my more ruthless moments, I remember dipping a player into a pit of rock grubs in front of the other players.
Ooh.
Because they were captured by the arch villain, and I decided that I had to make an example that this can't be like a James Bond moment where you get a guided tour but you're ultimately allowed to live. So yeah, I killed one of the PCs, but really in a cutscene. It wasn't my proudest moment.
Okay. Wow. It says, to Alyssa's point, I was so disgruntled by 5e's change of rock grubs that I rewrote them as a monster in one of my adventures. Grumpy ODB I am. Yeah. Oh, and Lord Delius is checking on the Barrier Peaks Griffin Hunt to see if that's where it's from.
And I've actually got the Barrier Peaks behind me on the shelf over there, but I don't want to sit here like flicking through it, obviously.
And then Lord Delius says, so box office, how do we cure this deficiency of yours? I don't know. I apparently just need to be playing in more games. You know, I should find some games online.
It hasn't helped that we literally haven't played in a year, has it?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Alex says, one of my old fighter characters was missing an eye and would tell wondrous tales of how she lost it. One story was that she lost it in a battle with a purple worm. Another was against the Necromancer's undead horde, etc. When the character was fully retired at level 37. Holy crimey, level 37.
Holy heck.
She sat down and asked, do you really want to know how I lost my eye? The party bard said, yeah, what epic tales is the truth? And she says, you know when your mother tells you not to run around with a knife when you're a little kid? Yeah, listen to her. Nice. Nice. Ooh, veggie pygmies. Veggie pygmies. Why am I'm the name is familiar, but I'm not picturing.
I've used veggie pygmies. I have.
Oh yeah, those guys. Oh yeah, nice little plant dudes. Ooh.
Gotta love the little plant dudes.
Yeah. Nice. And like that was that, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand with, we were talking about like you using the shambling mounds in you know, your Hellhound caves, you know, that one section of the map. That was Hellhound that they were in, right?
Yeah.
Was there like a sunken?
I actually mapped
something?
it in my blue maps for my Patreon last month.
Nice.
That level. There was some reminiscing going on right there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Lord Daly says he just did a quick flip through Barrier Peaks, saw no mention of griffins. Sorry, get a little sad face. And Alex said, stupid PC moment. A mage player in one of my games said, I used my wand of lightning to blast the shambling mound. Oh no.
Oh no. Although as a GM, I'd be like, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, you should do that. Doesn't seem to work. Did you want to try again? The Shambling Mound seem a little bit puzzled by your actions.
And it doffs its cap to you. Oh, it says, I'll remember which adventure was when it's irrelevant. Yeah, it'll be like, you're just about to go to bed, then you'll be like, son of a, I remember.
Yeah, that's how it works. He did 7 times before the other character. 7 times?
One of the BX starter adventures, maybe. Okay. But it was a fun one. Okay. I'll yell it out in the middle of the grocery store. Exactly, right? The checker's like, what the hell? I always hate that when I remember something, especially when I'm out and about, because unless I immediately either send myself a note or something, I'll be like, oh, I remember. So when I get home, I'll tell Alyssa what it was, and I get home and I'll be like, what was the thing I remembered when I was out, and now that I'm here in front of her, don't remember it again. I mean, yeah. I mean, if the party wasn't actively in combat with it, and if the lightning was like the first strike, it's one of those things where I don't think the Shambler would initiate combat with that. It would probably just be like, huh, who are these people? Yeah, who are these people and why are they helping me? And depending on what version of a Shambler you're using, because I don't know if they all have the same, but I don't know if he looked at the party, shrugged, and zoomed off. I don't know if you were making it so they were hasted with lightning. Yeah, but I guess that's the thing. I mean, if you attack something that's not fully sentient with something that doesn't harm it, would it assume you were taking an aggressive action? How would you roll that, Alyssa, if that happened in one of your games? Like an animal or a plant or a fungus or an unintelligent undead.
Yeah, if there was no kind of hostile action coming in, yeah, probably just would carry on as normal business.
It's like, it just nods at you. Morning. Apparently we're greeting each other. Hi, how are you? Thank you very much. After almost 20 years, Colleen is accustomed to me saying arbitrary disconnected shit. It's like a second language. Yeah. Shambler was a 2 hit dice creature when they encountered it. It was 9 hit dice when they left it. There you go. It's one little that's some swole little shambling mound.
That's some spicy to beat the bulls.
I think a toddler can whack you with a stuffy bear and you can still see it as a hostile action. True. But then again, that's coming at you. You'd be like, you're being like a sentient entity. But like a shambling mound, I have no recollection of what their int is. I can't imagine it's more than 2. Like obviously, if you take a kick at a dog and you miss, the dog's still going to acknowledge, wait a minute, you were kicking me. I think I'm going to growl and try to bite you. Shrieker isn't sentient yet; it still reacts. Yeah, and I think that's built into its core, though, right? Like if it senses vibrations or if it hears something, it reacts in a negative way. I don't know.
Shriekers, that's another one I like. Dude, like my shriekers.
Alex said, I had the Shambler recognize the party druid later and help them out against a troll.
All
nice. And now Lloyd's saying he wants to see a hobbit druid riding a Shambler. That'd be awesome. Is a Venus flycatcher intelligent just because it snaps its yap to closer to fly? I don't know, man. I was just questioning it for the context of the game and gameplay. I was just wondering where everybody's head was at. Is it individual based? Is it all things? Like I like what Alex did with the party launching lightning bolts at this thing, and it not understanding that the mage had actually been trying to take it down. Oh shit! The Shambler has an int of 7. Well, excuse me. And in 5e, it has an int of 5, which is still intelligent. Mark Daly says, just finished session 9 of the Rogue campaign last night. I'm still in full game science. What's a Rogue campaign? And Lord Delia says, Alyssa, that's a cool idea. I'm assuming he means bringing up a nice little color palette there that you can pull colors from. I'm assuming that's what he means.
Yeah, I basically went off and I looked up Egyptian colors. I have a couple of close-up, like high-resolution hieroglyphics that are still pretty colored. But I also, there was a couple of sites offering up swatches for the types of colors, pigments that the Egyptians had. So it's an easy thing for me to dip into, right? I don't want to get sort of too caught up in this, but I kind of want these statues to be coloured because their equivalents in another room are going to be black. So let's make these look pretty. It will help bring out some of the details too. There's some great details on these.
Rogue campaign is the latest campaign I am GMing for my homebrew setting, City-States of the Northernlands. Rogue is a small northern village resting near the edge of a glacier. Oh, nice. Nice. Very cool. Alex says, kind of sounds Icewind Dale-y. Makes me think of 10 Towns. It is a very nice palette, though.
It's a lovely palette. Absolutely lovely palette.
Cordelia says, right now the level 1 characters are dungeon crawling in a buried ruin after chasing the sheep-killing goblin to its entrance. Very nice.
I've completely forgotten what it's like to play. I do miss it. I miss it quite a bit.
Yeah, that is for sure. I do miss playing. Everything is kobolds for me right now. For game you're running or a game that you're in, Lloyd? No one's claimed it or anything, but I'm going to go get a top up on our beverages. I'll be right back.
Love kobolds, Lloyd. Absolutely love him. My zine for Zine Quest. I gotta check out this zine of yours. Thanks, babe. Alex Vixen, that'd be funny. I can't believe you fell for this. It's like, oh, shit. Come over here.
Let's see. What dailies? Last night, players got their ass handed to them by trying to take out 3 barracks rooms in a row. 3 are now dead on the floor, and the 4th is praying to the dead paladin goddess for salvation. Wowzers, at level 1? Holy good lordy. Going back to town and finding the new party members at the tavern's the way to go. They're gonna be the guy with one eye in the corner saying,
I would like to take a long rest, please, until the party is completely healed.
So, it says maximum HP. It has been really nice to write for. I like to write in short bursts, chase squirrels, get distracted. It still makes sense in the format. And Alex says that kobolds, old style, and dragons are what I'm known for in my campaigns.
What is dragons old style to you, Alex Vixen?
I think it was a kobolds old style.
Kobolds old style. Okay, so differentiate old style from new style for me. That's not a challenge, by the way, just curious.
So Alex says, not the skinny dragon wannabes that Wizards of the Coast made them into. And then Nordelius questions the dogs versus lizards. It says BX focused on dogmen first. 1E went to lizards. Then 3E went to digitigrade. The what? Chicken legs. They have chicken legs?
Really? 3E did chicken? Did they?
I thought 3E made them like baby, like basically like little dragon descended lizard people. Maybe it was 4E that turned him into that. Oh, actually, I don't know, because I don't know, these pictures of 4E make them even look more draconic than even 3rd edition had them as. Like, this one looks like he's a little humanoid baby, like, red dragon. Like, what the heck? But they do have the legs that are kind of, yeah, I see what you're saying. Their legs are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With their that word you said, digitigrade. The legs going the other way. Or they have like almost like 2 knee joints as they have.
That will be a phrase that I need to remember, and yeah, I'm gonna forget it like literally overnight. No wonder you know that, Lloyd. You and Clockingham Palace.
I actually remember.
Oh, wait a minute. What did we have? Objection, my lord. Digitigrade is not reverse knee.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they are doing the walking on the toe, and I was just saying reverse knee too. So it was like they have the multiple. I mean, yes. I mean, I do see that it is basically them walking on their toes. That's almost like their that back joint is almost like their heel. But no, I see it. It's like a dog leg thing. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that whole thing. I don't know if I've ever used traditional kobolds in anything. I don't even think I've used regular kobolds in anything. I mean, I wanted my quote unquote, let's call them kobolds, as I wanted them as basically like the halfling version of like the lizard folk, and I had in like the games that I was running. So I actually just threw out the name and the established culture of kobolds, and I took elements that I liked from koboldness, and then I took elements I liked from lizardmanness, and I put them into a compact little version of a lizard man, and was like, okay, you're basically my halfling version of lizardmen in my country.
That was your kobolds?
That was basically what I did as a response to kobolds. So let's see. Hello, Brian McWhirter.
Hey, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Ooh, nice. Lloyd, he says that he's writing numerous subspecies of kobolds. So like arid kobolds, Arctic kobolds, tropical kobolds. That's freaking cool. And then Corey C. Lund. Hello.
Hello.
What am I reading from? I'm not reading from anything. I was looking at pictures of lizardmen over here, but then I was talking just about kobolds in general. Alex Fixon says, I wrote kobolds to be small fox-like creatures, and then went mad and came up with a subspecies depending on the terrain. Oh, that's cool. Brian says they're talking about World War II minis in the frog chat. Oh, interesting. Okay. The Arctic kobolds, Lloyd says, the Arctic kobolds have like penguin-like feathers, so they eat fish, etc., bob around in the Arctic waters. Lundy. Sorry, Corey. Lundy. Oh no, it's not nicking. It's your name. I would make sure it's pronounced right.
I think that's fair. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just now imagining penguin kobolds.
Penguin kobolds.
Oh yeah, because that's what he was saying. Because they have like penguin-like feathers and his Arctic ones. So I'm just imagining. Do they have like the emperor penguin kind of cool like feathery frill around their eyes and faces? Maybe just the chieftain. That was not the emperor. What's the one that has the one with the thing? The emperors are the ones that are nice and sleek. What are the penguins I'm thinking about? Alex Fixin probably knows. She's probably furiously typing, "No, Jack, it's not the emperor penguin, you dope." Oh, nice. Lloyd says they're terrible, boring holes in trade ships underneath the hull. That's fantastic. Says, as for dragons, I had other GMs approach me to give them pointers, and in one case, teach them how to use them properly.
Rock rubs of the sea?
Oof. This guy. What is this penguin? This is the one I'm trying to figure out.
Can you post a link to chat or anything?
Yeah, it's macaroni penguins.
Alright, so each of these... Before each statue is a highly polished stone block. 2x4, okay. Upon which is a golden lamp, ceramic flask, and 3 small figurines. Alright, well I'm going to do one of those and cloning it.
That's such a cool feature that you can do, so you don't have to do it over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Oh, Alex, it's okay. I was just commenting on, since Lloyd has his, were basically his Arctic kobolds were like little terrorizing, like boat saboteuring penguin, like, kobolds. I was commenting that, like, the chieftain of them should have like the, little feathery tufts around their head, like that one penguin type, and I couldn't remember it. And I jokingly said that you probably already knew it and was typing it in. And I looked it up. It's the macaroni penguin.
The macaroni?
Macaroni.
Do you have a link?
I could get a. Let me pull it back up.
Macaroni penguin.
Yeah, here's a link for something from BBC Valentine's Day move for the zoo's single penguin. Oh, here we go. There's a big link to the BBC page. There's one who's got a fantastic head feathers, like the second picture down. Holy scamoli! Imagine if you're the Arctic kobold chieftain with a do like that. You don't even need to wear a headdress. You are the headdress.
That's a macaroni? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that was their name either. I knew of that type, but I didn't know they were called the macaroni penguin.
They're cute buggers.
Yeah. Yeah, and that second picture down is the
Did you see that video on Facebook where there's two groups of penguins meet and they kind of mingle together and then they go on their way, like they say hi and they go on their way, and one of them kind of gets distracted and starts walking off with the other group?
I did see that one. That was great. And one of them from his original group had to chase after him, basically like squawking like, hey, wrong group. And he's like, oh, wait, sorry, I'm coming back. Oh, that was hilarious.
Like, oh, come on, get over here. It's like, oh, okay.
It's like, oh, wait, wrong group. They were going to go have fun that way. I want to go with them. Oh, that's funny. Now, did you just randomly pick color schemes for your statues, or was there a...
I randomly picked it. You're welcome. Hey, Wargaming Recon's here.
Hey, Wargaming, how you doing? He tried to do info, and Streamlabs told him, seriously, you were warned literally last night. What the heck?
Yes.
What the heck? What the heck?
He's on a warning right now for doing too many infos.
Ooh, Streamlabs is mad at you, Wargaming. City Skylines. Alyssa's played the crap out of that game. That game looks so cool. I tried playing it for a little bit. It's one of those ones, kind of like we had been talking about weeks ago, where it's like I want to love it, but I can't get into it. Lloyd says, one of the zoos has been really ingenious, filming the penguins as they wander around the empty zoo in the pandemic, visiting other creatures. Oh, I saw something about that. They let them roam around the entire complex, and then they like filmed them to like give people entertainment. And yeah, the penguins were kind of wandering around, like looking at the other enclosures, like, huh, who are these fellas?
Right, ceramic, a golden lamp. Let's do the golden lamp. Golden lamp.
Let's see. 29 hours the past week. Nice.
Oh, I'm not done on this. I've actually got 2 rooms over here to do. The chariot and the royal barge. Alright, so I'm close. I'm really close. At this point, Wargaming, you're ahead of the pack on your channel currency. You're good, my friend. No one's going to catch up with you, okay? Mr. Valor doesn't even come into the channel anymore. Miss J is, of course, a little AFK. And then the closest one to you is Jack with less than 10,000. You're good.
Yeah, and I don't.
You're good.
And I don't participate in like heists or bushins or whatever they happen. I always forget to, or by the time I do notice it, I've always missed it. So what were you saying about the barge? My apologies.
Oh, I've got a couple of other rooms I need to do before I can move on.
But you gotta like wrap up on. Okay. So is that the thing in front of Raw? I think you said it was Raw was the first one. Is that like a marble like?
Yeah, they all have it. It's highly polished stone, and there is a lamp, a golden lamp, a ceramic jar, and 3 figurines. So I'm gonna do it once, and then we're gonna like pace it around.
Oh, nice. That's gonna be cool. And is it just this room that has like those things, or does that other room with them have it as well?
I think it's just this one.
Okay, cool. To quote Peck's, whoosh. Yes, indeed. He always whooshes in. He never whooshes out. I noticed that he actually, when he had to bow out to go to the other chat, he didn't whoosh out of here. He's the up and away, whatever the exit thing is. So what are we doing? Going through your
Yes.
assets library.
I'm going to my assets library. Cory Kulunde, whoosh. Everyone should whoosh from time to time.
Everyone needs to whoosh in. Whoosh.
Breaded zucchini in the air fryer. Oh, I need to get an air fryer. I need to get an air fryer so bad.
Whoosh like the mighty boosh. She never seen that show.
The mighty what?
Mighty
Boosh?
Wind? No, the Mighty Boosh.
Is it? There's a show called The Mighty Boosh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Mighty Boosh is British comedy television show created by Julian Barrett, Noel Fielding, and others, collectively known as the Mighty Boosh. Surreal comic fantasy, often featuring elaborate musical numbers of different genres. Yeah. It says it's a wacky kind of show with some of that dramatic pause dots in there. Redeem peasants. We do need a redeem peasants command. Oh, executive producer Steve Coogan. Yeah, nice. Cool.
I used to love Steve Coogan. Because when I moved out of England, that was kind of that. But like, if he did anything, I would watch it. Jack, are you familiar?
With Coogan?
Yeah.
Not a lot, not a lot. I'm actually gonna pull him up right now. I don't know of how much of his stuff I've seen. Obviously I've seen him in a couple of films even recently. You know, obviously he was in Stan and Ollie that we saw not that long ago. But like, I don't think I've seen like any of his television roles. And his films, I want to say I've only seen like maybe like 3. What yeah, and seeing a lot of stuff I have seen him in, he's always had like smaller parts. Like, you know, obviously he's the director in Tropic Thunder who gets himself blown up like right off the bat. You know, it's kind of a weird, you know, small.
I forgot he was in Stan and Ollie. I forgot he was in there.
Yeah, he was you know, the titular Stan. he was Laurel, so
Fail Squad. This is actually a plugin for Photoshop called Brushbox. It's called Brushbox, and it's a what do they call it? Extension. It's like $15 to buy it or something like that, and it allows me to sort my brushes better. And I can actually do favorites on the brushes and search. I could search within the brushes. So I could do this type of thing. And yeah, Brushbox is a better way than Photoshop has.
So Corey Lundy asks, Alyssa, are you using a graphics pad for drawing or a mouse?
It's a Cintiq 24-inch HD Touch, and I slightly doubled my camera by doing that. But yeah, it is a touch monitor. This is a Wacom, so it's a little bit more expensive, but only because it supports touch gestures. But if you could, there's Huion, Huion, do a great range of touch monitors for like a third of the price. It's a big ass tablet, yeah. It's basically a monitor. For the longest time, and it is a monitor because it lies flat, but then it kind of clips into literally a vertical position with some degree of modification. And for the longest time, it was my main monitor. I play games on this. It's just a monitor.
And is that the stylus you have? Is that the one that came with it, or did you get a new one? I forget.
Yeah, this came with it. Alex Vixen says Cloudbot seems to be not doing the alerts. You know, I might need to reconnect Cloudbot. I'll do that before tomorrow's stream.
Wargaming says sometimes the bot, the commands bot is like, I need a break.
Yeah, I noticed actually that every month Twitch requires that you reconnect. So I'm betting that just something like that happened.
Really? And Lloyd says, I really hate that Wacom thinks that artists want big fat styluses.
It's kind of fat. Yeah. I hear you. It's not quite like holding a pencil, is it?
So I was just doing a little bit of, I was just glancing over Steve Coogan's wiki page. The Alan Partridge.
Yeah, that Alan Partridge is what got me into Coogan.
Got ya. A socially inept and politically incorrect media personality. Oh, why do I feel like he would nail that? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. And then from that, he kind of got into other TV stuff, and then he got into film, and then he did stand-up. Oh, okay, cool. Huh. Yeah, it's one of those things where I never... Yeah, he's actually been in like a bunch of movies, typically just as either like a really small character or sometimes a voice. And it's like, okay. Nice. Let's see. Lloyd says, I would love to see the Apple Pencil style stylus. And then I took all the rubber off of the grip part of mine. I'm assuming you mean of your Wacom stylus?
Yeah, I could see that, actually. I never thought about taking the rubber off. I could understand that. I guess I just got used to it by now.
Yeah. Lloyd says, I tried the art stylus, and it's even fatter, but at least it recognizes tilt. You know, it's crazy to think that there's some styluses, especially if they're intended for use with, like, you know, for art projects, that either they don't have very much, you know, tip sensitivity or you know, or tilt recognition or tilt direction, you know, that type of thing. It's like, if this is a stylus that's intended for like art projects, wouldn't you think it'd be like standard, like across the board with all of them? Because I remember looking at a Huon, I think, that was like a Wacom, and the Wacom sensitivity was like a bajillion times like more. I mean, obviously I'm being facetious with that number, but it was like, it seemed like the Huon, like whatever one I was looking at, it was like one of the criticism was like, I wish the stylus was a bit more, had more levels of pressure detection or whatever.
So this tablet and pen does recognize tilt. You can see it right here.
Nice.
But it needs a brush set up for it. But it does. Like, I mean, that's a bad brush for it, but you can see that it's recognizing the actual pen tilt.
Apple Pencil got the stylus right. So
rotation, yeah. I would like it if it recognized rotation 100%. I've not seen that.
Nice. Let's see. I mean, Wargaming says, how much is that because of the stylus and how much of it is because of the device? I guess.
I actually don't know. I don't know. There's part of this too, is because I work off a PC. I actually have slightly less features than an Apple. So it might actually be like a Wacom on an Apple supports it, but here on like a PC it doesn't. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the restriction lies.
And Alex poses a question to us and to the chat, unrelated, but something that we can think on. If you were sucked into a vortex and deposited in a world from any sci-fi or fantasy, what world or place would you not want to land in? Something to be thinking about.
what world would I not want to be in?
Yeah. I think like Age of Conan style world. That would suck. You know, like full on, like the true Conan, like the Howard style world universe of Conan. That just sounds like that would be brutal and deadly. And knowing me, I would die real fast. Yeah, that'd be me. That's good. That would be the one that I would say nah to. Yeah, nah, mate. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, nah, mate.
Yeah. My joodle is coming out.
Oh, well, yeah, watching cricket for an eternity? Yeah.
The world.
Honestly, just watching cricket is a fucking eternity.
That's you know, it's funny. That was that's the film Lagan, the Indian film where they play cricket against the English, the British, like, you know, imperialists that are in India. That it's like where you got to know the characters, you know, the players on the Indian team that are going up against it. Even that, and like, you know, the little quirks that they have, and you know, like what they're good, what their strengths are, what they're not, their strengths are, and they show like almost an entire cricket match like in the film. It's so, even that, it's like I was like, I'm kind of bored. It's like something where it's like a 4-hour movie, and like half of the movie is the cricket game. Like at the end, it's so crazy.
I'm still thinking about Alex Vixen's question now, because I know I'm familiar with a lot of settings that would just suck freaking balls to be in. Yeah, okay, I got one. What was that? Dragon Rain? Was that what it was called?
Oh, Rain of Fire?
Rain of Fire, that one. There's my answer.
Okay, a parallel universe where the apocalypse that happens is because of dragons.
Because of dragons, yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
That really sucked.
Oh, Lloyd says Dark Sun would suck. Yeah, that would suck. Wargaming says the Man in the High Tower series, basically the one where like the Nazis won and ruled the world.
If it did have to be, let's move them to one side. If it did have to be like a tabletop setting, then I would agree Dark Sun would be kind of rough. But otherwise, if it could be kind of any setting, then yeah, Wargaming like that, Man in High Tower, that would suck too.
Lloyd follows up with his Dark Sun would suck. He says, unless it all really did look like Brahms' art, and then at least you could die with a cool aesthetic. Yeah, that's a good point. You'd be dying going, man, it looks great here. As you go down. You know, it's funny. That's always to this day. You know, I like the, you know, Shadowrun, you know, role playing game. To this day, in my head, the first image I ever saw of the character Harlequin was the image that Brom did for the cover of the sequel adventure Harlequin's Back. And in my head, that picture that he did is emblazoned in my mind. And so anytime I see any other artists like doing their rendition of Harlequin, I'm always like, nah, it's not as good. Sorry. Sorry. Like even like in the first of the games that Harebrained Studios did, where it's like Shadowrun Returns or whatever, where it's all isometric, and they brought back Shadowrun for computer. I think they even have it on console and mobile now. But when they first brought it back, at spoilers, later in the adventure, Harlequin shows up and he's got his cool character portrait. Even that, I was like, nah, not Brom though. No, nah, doesn't look as good. It's like I was kind of spoiled a little bit with that. But
What time are we at? 1:40. Wow, actually, that time went fast. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to color all of these in time. So we're going to have to come back to this room.
Ooh, the real Longshot joins the Legion.
Real Longshot, thank you so much. Yeah, we're not getting alerts in the chat, are we? I didn't even hear that one.
No, I only saw it because it came in the chat. We did not see the images for it.
All right, so let's talk about what's coming next. So this is really close, this particular level, and then we've got a third level, a half level version to do as well, and then a side view. So that will be the next main project. I do have to finish the coloring of the statues in this room. They're basically black, but I don't want to do them black because you won't be able to see anything. It'll be a little bit like being in this room here. And I need 2 rooms here to do, and I've got 2 statues here to add. So I've got one more session on this level. I wasn't planning on doing it tomorrow, but maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Wednesday will be on Castle Keeper's Guide, and Stephen Chenault, the owner of Necromancer Games, will be with us. So that will be a really cool stream, without a doubt. I think I'm gonna keep on with Necropolis tomorrow night, because I think we should be able to finish this level. We'll do the statues and everything. I think we should be able to finish this level.
Very cool.
So with that said, I think this is a good place to end it, because I do have to color these guys in. I think I might do them a little bit like this guy's black robes, with a little bit of, I think we'll tinge them with a little bit of gold highlights here and there. I think that's the way we're going to do these statues, and it will all kind of match. Basically, him, that's what we're going to do on these dudes. Yeah, that will look good.
Nice. Yes, Lloyd, he is trolling the stream, being the troll lord. Yes.
Yes. All right. So tomorrow night we'll continue on this. Until then, all of you cool cats, and you know who you are, because I am actually gonna bring up the credits. Aha! Right. I should get my stream box hooked up, but here. You know who you are. If you don't, your name's there. If you're a Twitch subscriber, if you're a Patreon subscriber, huge amount of love. Just about as much love, almost, that I have for Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Hen.
Of course. So
tomorrow night, back on Necropolis, let's finish level 1. Let's get her done. And then Wednesday with Stephen Chenault from Necromancer Games, Castle Keeper's Guide. It'll be a fun week. So until then, I love you all. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Really do appreciate it. I'll see you on the flip side. Say goodnight, Jack.
Good night, Jack.